Hi, welcome to my channel and welcome to this week's yoga class. This week we're going to focus on core activation and stretching. Come to a seated position, whatever is comfortable for you. If you need a block, just place it underneath the sitting bones. That'll help you to sit up a bit straighter and be a bit more comfortable. Wherever you are, bring your hands onto your knees, close your eyes, and we'll take 3 grounding deep breaths. So as you breathe in, filling the whole body with air, and then breathing out, squeezing the belly button in towards the spine, exhaling all the air out. 2 more like that. You can open the mouth on the exhale. Last one. Breathing in. Open the mouth and exhale. Good. We're going to open the eyes. We're going to start by stretching out the spine. So big breath in, arms come up. As we breathe out, right arm comes down to the mat, left arm over the top. Breathe in as you're looking up towards the sky, stretching that side body. Breathe out, come back. Breathe in, arms come up. As you breathe out, left arm comes down this time, right arm over the top. Breathe in as you open up that elbow, look towards the ceiling, stretch that side. Exhale, come back. Inhale, both arms come up. As you exhale, we're going to turn round. So right hand comes behind, left hand on right knee, and looking over that right shoulder, really twisting. Taking a deep breath here. And release. Breathe in, arms come up. As you exhale, we're twisting the other way. So left hand behind, right hand on left knee, twisting to look over that left shoulder. Taking a deep breath here. And release. Big breath in. As you exhale, hands come behind you, the seat. Fingertips facing towards you. Leaning back onto the hands, opening up the chest towards the ceiling. Again, taking a big breath here. And then leaning it back forwards. Last one, breathe in, arms come up. And as you breathe out, we're just going to fold it forwards, bringing the hands down to the mat, releasing the head, just whatever feels comfortable for you. Again, taking a deep breath here. And then as you breathe in, just walking yourself back up to seated. Good. We'll come on to all fours. And as I said, we're going to be really working on stretching today. So I'm going to give you a little bit more leeway to do what feels right for you with your cat-cows. So you can see if you can get a bit more movement going. So as you breathe in, you're going to drop the belly, open the chest. If you want to, you can tuck the toes under and just push yourself forward slightly. As you're breathing out, flatten the toes, round the back, and you can even drop it back slightly. And we'll do 2 more. However feels good for you. You can do standard cat-cows. Breathing out, round in the back. Or you can add movement. Breathe in and out. Good. We're going to stretch that back and shoulders a little bit more with thread the needle. So we're going to start with the right hand. We're going to take it up towards the sky, really trying to open and twist as far as you can, trying to keep hips over knees. As you breathe out, we're going to drop it down, but we're not going to go all the way to the mat. We're just going to go into a hover. As we breathe in, bring it back up, hand towards the ceiling. As you breathe out, this time we're taking the hand all the way through, dropping the shoulder to the mat, release the head into our thread position. If you want more of a stretch, bring that left hand round behind the hip, right hip. We'll take a couple of deep breaths here. Bringing that left hand back to the mat, pushing yourself back up onto all fours, and we'll go on to the other side. So this time you're taking that left hand all the way up towards the ceiling. As you breathe in, as you're breathing out, you bring it down and through. Just for a hover. Breathe in, take it back up. This time as you breathe out, you're coming all the way down. Bring that shoulder down to the mat, release the head, and then again, if you wanted to, taking the right hand to left hip this time, and just opening up that right shoulder. Take 2 deep breaths here. Release. Bring both hands back to the mat to all fours. Another stretch. We're going to go into puppy pose. So we're just going to keep hips over knees, walking those hands forwards. We're going to bring the forehead down to the mat. Really trying to stretch open those shoulders. If you have the flexibility, you can come up onto the fingertips and really open up those shoulders. Again, taking 2 deep breaths here. We're going to drop the elbows. We're going to roll it through, taking the feet wide behind us and lift it up for a Sphinx. Again, taking 2 deep breaths here. Try and get as much of the lift from squeezing the lower back and glutes. Release it to the floor, bring the hands by the ribs, bring the feet a little bit closer, tuck toes under, pushing hips up and back for our first down dog. We're going to take 2 deep breaths here, but if you want to, you can pedal the feet to stretch out the back of the legs. You can even drop the hips slightly if you want a little bit more movement today. I'm going to take 1 more deep breath here. Good, now we're just going to walk it forwards. Feet to hands, big breath in, come all the way up, hands to prayer. Breathing out, hands to the heart centre. We're going to go into our first sun salutation. So breathe in, arms come up. As you breathe out, we're going down to the toes. Breathe in, half lift, flat back. As you breathe out, bring the hands to the mat. For this first one, we're just stepping back to plank. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, either knees, chin, chest, all the way to the floor, or chaturanga. Breathe in for up dog or cobra. As you breathe out, tuck the toes under, up and back, down dog. Take a deep breath in here. As you breathe out, we're just going to walk it forwards for this one. Breathing in for a half lift. As we breathe out, we're going to take it down to ragdoll. So trying to keep a small bend in the knees, taking hold of the elbows, release the head and upper back. We're going to take 2 deep breaths here. But again, if you want a little bit more openness in the back, just rock it and twist it side to side. 1 more deep breath. Release the hands towards the floor. Take a big breath in, come all the way up, hands to prayer. Breathe it out, hands to heart center. Good, we'll go again. Breathe in, arms come up. As you breathe out, we're going down to the toes. Breathe in, half lift, flat back. As you breathe out, bring the hands to the mat. See if you can jump it back this time for your plank. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, either knees, chin, chest, all the way to the floor, or chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog or cobra. As you breathe out, tuck the toes under, up and back, down dog. Take a deep breath in here. As you breathe out, either walk it or jump it forwards. Breathing in, half lift, flat back. As you breathe out, we're going to really try and stretch this time. So trying to keep the legs as straight as possible. Obviously, if it's uncomfortable behind the knees, bend the knees very slightly. See if you can get hold of something. So ankles, feet, shins, toes, whatever. If you have a belt or strap, you could always slip it under the toes and just pull yourself towards the feet, wherever you are. Going to take 2 deep breaths. So as you breathe in, we're going to try and lift the chest, pull in the belly. Breathe out, see if you can drop it a bit further. Breathe in, lift the chest, pull in the belly button. Breathe out, drop it further. Good. Release what you're holding on to. Big breath in, come all the way up. Hands to prayer. Breathe it out. Hands to heart center. Fantastic. Good. We're going to go into our second sun salutation now. So as you breathe in, arms come up. As you breathe out, take the arms wide, sit it back, pull in the belly button, tuck under the tail for our chair pose. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, release the hands to the feet. Good. Breathe in, half lift, flat back. As you breathe out, bring the hands to the mat. Either jump it or step it back for plank. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, either knees, chin, chest, all the way to the floor, or chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog or cobra. As you breathe out, tuck the toes under, up and back, down dog. As you breathe in, right foot goes towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, stack the hips, and as you breathe out, bring that between the hands, dropping that back knee, getting your balance. Breathing in, arms come back, round and up for low lunge. We're going to take 2 deep breaths here. Really trying to stretch and open that left hip. If you want to, bringing the shoulders down, you can add in a bit of a back bend for our final breath. As you breathe out, hands come to frame the foot. Pop that back toe up and stepping back for plank. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, knees, chin, chest, all the way to the floor or chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog or cobra. As you breathe out, tuck the toes under, up and back, down dog. Breathe in, left foot goes towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, stack the hips. As you breathe out, step it between the hands and bring that right knee to the mat. Get your balance. As you breathe in, hands go back, round and up. Low lunge on the second side. So we're going to take 2 deep breaths here again, trying to stretch this right hip this time. This time, again, if you want to add in a back bend, you can on that final breath. As you breathe out, bring the hands to frame the foot, pop the toes up at the back, stepping back for plank. Breathe in here. This time we're all going to do knees, chin, chest, small cobra, just keep it nice and gentle. Release back to the floor, tuck the toes under, up and back, down dog. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, we're just going to walk it forwards. Take a deep breath in, lifting up the arms, coming to your chair pose, tucking the tail under, pulling that tummy button in. Take a deep breath here. Breathe in, stand it all the way. Bring hands to prayer, breathe out, heart center. Good. We're going to bring the hands by the sides now for Tadasana. I want you to squeeze the quads, lift the kneecaps, rolling the shoulders back and down, opening up the chest. Take 2 deep breaths here. Really trying to ground down the feet, making that connection to the floor, to the earth. We're going to take the right foot and we're going to step it back with our toes facing at a 45-degree angle. Bend that front knee, squeezing the glutes, pulling in that tummy, lifting up the arms for our warrior one. We're going to think of pulling the shoulders down, keeping the arms strong. You're holding something important. And really focus on keeping those arms activated and strong. Keep the breathing slow and steady. One more deep breath here. On our next out breath, bring the hands back to the sides. We're going to lean our weight into our back leg. Straighten that front leg. Breathe in, bringing the arms up and forwards. Start stretching the chest towards the floor. Breathing out, allowing yourself to fold over that front leg for pyramid. At this point, if you have blocks, bring them to either side of that front foot if you want to give yourself some stability. If you only have one, just use it on the inside of that foot. Put them to wherever feels comfortable for you. We're really going to see if we can stretch the back of this front leg. So as you breathe in, lift the chest, extend the head and chest forwards. Exhale, lower down. Trying to keep the back as long and strong as possible. So you don't want to be folding right over. You're keeping it extended. Again, breathe in, extend the head and chest forwards. Exhale, release. We'll do it one more time. At this point, if you need to move your blocks forwards a bit, please do. Inhale, chest and head go forwards. Exhale, release. Good. Inhale all the way back up. Hands come to the hips. We're just going to turn it round. Taking that, wriggling that right foot out wide. Big breath in, come all the way up. Exhale, fold it forwards. Wide leg forward fold. Bring the hands to the mat, or if you've still got your block nearby, you can bring your hands to a block if that's a bit more comfortable. Wherever you are, we're just going to release into this fold. Taking 3 deep breaths here. Release that head. You can move it about a little bit to release the neck. One more deep breath. Inhale, come to half lift. Bring the hands to the hips. Exhale, stand it up. Good. And we'll go on to the other side. So we're going to turn that right foot to face the opposite side of the mat now. I'm just going to step that back foot in slightly, so we've got that 45-degree angle on the foot and toes. Start bending that front knee. squeezing the glutes, pulling the belly button in, breathing in, bring the arms up into our warrior one on the other side. Again, think about dropping the shoulders. You're holding something precious, something maybe heavy, to activate those arms, keeping it strong. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. Good. On your next exhale, we're just going to bring the arms down to the side. We're going to straighten that front leg. We're going to inhale, the arms come forward, reaching the chest forwards. As we exhale, we're then going to come down into our pyramid on the other side. So again, if you need your blocks, set them up so they're either side of that front foot. So we're trying to keep the back nice and flat. Just trying to get stretched down the back of that right foot and leg. So again, 3 times we're going to inhale, chest, head, come forwards. Exhale, drop down into that stretch. Inhale, head and chest go forwards. Exhale into your stretch. Again, if you need to start shuffling those blocks forwards or bringing them down, please do. Inhale, last time, chest and head come forwards. Exhale down. Really dropping down into it now. Inhale, lift it back up. Again, we're going to wriggle that left foot out this time. Bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. We'll take 3 deep breaths here. Just allowing yourself to really fold forwards, releasing the head. One more deep breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, open the mouth and let it out quickly. Good. Inhale, half lift, bring the hands to the hips. Exhale, stand it up. Inhale, stepping up to the front of the mat again. Exhale, hands by the sides, bring it back to our Tadasana. One deep breath here. Good. So I'm just going to move my blocks out of the way. We're going to do a short little half sun salutation to get us down to the floor. Big breath in, come all the way up. As you breathe out, we're going down to the toes. Breathe in, half lift, flat back. As you breathe out, bring the hands to the mat and just step it back gently to a plank. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, knees, chin, chest all the way to the floor, or chaturanga. Breathe in for up dog or cobra. As you breathe out, tuck the toes under, up and back, down dog. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, we're going to come to a seated position, however is comfortable. So you can step 1 foot forward and then the other and roll it back. Or you could just come down on all fours and come to a seated position, whatever is comfortable for you. Time for core work. So we're going to start off with some boat work. So we're going to bring it either up to boat, half boat, or full boat. So you're really going to work on holding that tummy in, lifting that chest. You're then going to see if you can extend it down and back up. Down, up. See if you can do it 5 times. 3, 4, last one. 5. Drop the feet down. Let the knees go wide. Bring the soles of the feet together and just drop it forwards. Now if any of that is too hard, feel free to just stay in your boat pose. It's all going to work the core in the same way. Good. Sitting up, bring the knees back together, hands by the sides, finding that boat pose once more. We'll do it one more time, so either from half boat or full boat. Bringing it down and up. Down, up. Good. Again, 5 times. 3, 4, last one. 5, good. Again, feet come down, let the knees go wide, bring the soles of the feet together. Take hold of the toes. This time we're just going to lean it all the way forward, so relaxing into our bound angle. And taking 2 deep breaths here. Bring yourself back up to seated. Bring the knees together, hands by the sides. But this time we're just going to allow ourselves just to roll down onto the mat. Get yourself comfortable. Take your legs long. We're going to place the hands down by the sides. If it's easier, you can place the hands slightly under the bottom, wherever feels easiest for you. I'll give you a couple of variations for this one. So it's a leg lift. You can either do both legs together and down, stopping just before you touch the floor. If that's too hard, you can bend the knees, pivoting at just the hips, touch the toes and up. Or you can start at the top and take one leg down and up. Whichever feels good for you. Wherever you are, we'll come into our laying position, either lifting knees up or bringing the legs up. I'm going to do both legs, so I'm going to bring them down, hover and up. If you're doing just one leg, bring it down, leaving the other one up, hover and up. If you're doing bent knees, bring the toes down and touch and up. Keep going. 2, 3, 2, last one. Bring them up, taking them down, hover, bring the legs back up, bend the knees, bring the knees in for a squeeze. Try and pull them towards the armpits rather than the chest. Really open it all out. Inflex the feet, wiggle the toes, whatever feels good. Good. Bring the feet back down. Bring the hands by the sides, palms facing up. We're going to do a bit of a twist. So you're just taking your knees as low down as they'll go either side. Good. Do a few more each side, trying to keep shoulders firmly planted on the mat. Moving those knees side to side. Last one. Bring the knees back up. Bring your knees in for a final squeeze. Let the right leg go long on the mat. Let the left leg go long on the mat. Hands by the sides, palms facing up. We're going to go into our Savasana. So get yourself comfy. If you need some extra blankets, feel free to get them now. We're going to close the eyes, slow down the breathing. Good. On your next in breath, take your attention to your toes, your feet and your legs. And as you breathe out, let all the tension melt away. On your next in breath, take your attention to your hips, your stomach and your back. And as you breathe out, let all the tension melt away. On your next in breath, take your attention to your fingers, your hands and your arms. And as you breathe out, let all the tension melt away. On your next in breath, take your attention to your chest and your shoulders. And as you breathe out, let all the tension melt away. On your next in breath, take your attention to your neck, your face and your head. And as you breathe out, let the last of the tension leave your body. Allow yourself to completely relax on the mat, breathing deeply. Begin now to give your fingers and your toes a wriggle. Bring your feet together, taking your hands and arms up over the top of the head and stretching all the way from the fingers to the toes. We're going to roll onto our side and take 2 more deep breaths here. As you feel ready, bring yourself back to your comfortable seated position. Again, if you wanted to use a block under the seat, you can. We're going to bring the hands of prayer at heart center, keeping the eyes closed. We'll take 3 final deep breaths to lock in our practice. We're going to drop the hands in the lap, the chin to the chest, open the eyes, and we're all done. Thank you very much for joining me today. Namaste. Hopefully I'll see you again next week.